Hello, everyone. Welcome to TOI Digital, your guide to all that's happening in the world of IPL. Beyond the Boundaries, the name of the show. We've got Dwepan Datta from Chennai, Nitin Nayak from Mumbai, and also joining us from Mumbai is Gaurav Gupta. And we were hoping to build to the game between Rajasthan and Mumbai, but with rain about in Guwahati, that big clash between Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Jasprit Bumrah, the talk about that can wait for a bit. We wanted to bring an attention to what Ravichandran Ashwin spoke about in a video on his channel. Dwapan, what did you make of Ravichandran Ashwin talking so candidly about his final year in the IPL?
Like, he needs to speak candidly on his channel to make it work. That is one thing. And secondly, whatever he said,
Thank you
he
for being so
had.
candid yourself.
Yeah. And the second thing about it is that, like, as much as he tries to, I don't know if I'm being harsh, but try to make a martyr out of himself, he would have been released. CSK overpaid for him when they paid 9.75 crores the year before. He is not a ten crore player. He was never a 10 crore player anymore. So that was a mistake on CSK's part to pay him 10 crore. Then whichever way they were trying to use him, it was not working. It was not working. Uh, Dhoni's way of using off spinners and your this guy's Ruturaj's way of using off spinners are not the same. They were saying that he was not being used properly. There were sections who said that they were not. He was not being used properly and all that. But having said that, it was crystal clear that like 10 there is no need to pay 10 crore for Ravichandran Ashwin at this stage of his career on a pitch like Chepoks, which has been relayed and made extremely batting friendly. Jadeja had to be released. So he may have said that it was very difficult for him and he made space by retiring. He would have been released. That I can guarantee you that he would have been released and that 10 crore would have been cleared up. It was a smart decision by him. He is a smart operator. It was a very smart decision by him to retire just before he was dropped from the from the team, like before the list for the auctions were released.
Nitin, what did you make of this statement by, first of all, current player talking so candidly was good to hear because we've had so many players holding themselves back. You might meet them personally, they might vent in frustration, but never on camera. So, in that sense, what was the candor fine by you?
Yeah, the candor is fine, but then that candor becomes easy once you let go of your contract, isn't it? I mean, the candor is appreciated when you're still in the middle of a hefty contract and you have the guts or the spine to question or or point out certain things. Um, I feel a little sad in a way also because Ashwin and CSK. I think like David Warner who used the vehicle of the BBL and the IPL to come into international cricket and become a successful Test player. Same was the case with Ashwin too. I think Ashwin first made his mark as an IPL cricketer, and then he became an India player. And CSK and Dhoni played a big role in that. I think the way he got Chris Gale out in the 2011 final, I think Dhoni just knew how to make use of Ashwin the best. I don't think even Dhoni found him very easy to handle. I don't think many players would find a cerebral figure like Ashwin very easy to handle because he has his own set of ideas and his own set of beliefs, which is good. I think having differing views in the dressing room, as long as people are not pulling apart, I think they're always good. Sometimes dressing rooms also suffer because of having too many yes men around, but conflicting views, as long as they do not get personal and as long as they do not infringe on um, your own set of beliefs, they are fine. But I feel a little sad that such a romantic story had to end on such a bitter note, because it was supposed to be him coming back to his alma mater and finishing his career over there. But ultimately, he ended up losing his spot in the playing 11, even when Dhoni took back the captaincy.
Gigi, what's next in the IPL? Rohit Sharma commenting about how he felt after he was sacked as MI captain, or how Sky and Bumrah feel about not being made the captain after Rohit Sharma. Are we going to hear more such things in the IPL?
नहीं MI तो definitely नहीं because as much as I gathered recently somebody was telling me that when all these players all these superstars they were retained a couple of years back under Hardik's captaincy despite that poor season that they had in 24 I think na last year he शायद retain हुए थे सब लोग so that time the owner Akash Amani made it very clear to everybody that let's now keep a harmonious atmosphere or let there be no negativity be coming out of the dressing room because we had a few negative stories coming out in 24 I think about a lot of झगड़ा happening in the dressing room तो आकाश मैंने काफी क्लियर थे इस बारे में कि ये जो है चीज अब यहाँ इसको खत्म करो and play as a team and also ensure that you don't sort of go and talk to journalists about what is happening in the dressing room and stuff it was essentially directed at a couple of players whom we know have a habit of sort of leaking too much information to journalists. So I don't think कि जब ये मतलब अदरवाइज मना कर दिया बोलने से आई डोंट थिंक कोई जाके और बोलेगा कि एमआई ने मुझे बुरा ट्रीट किया अच्छा ट्रीट किया और आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग कैप्टनसी unless years later maybe Bumrah someday says that he was disappointed that Hardik was brought back from GT and made the captain but no, he was not even asked about it or a Sky says something like but I doubt. I think with the movement is the high profile, stature of the owners. I doubt that somebody will, sort of unnecessarily wash dirty linen in public. Ashwin also hasn't exactly attacked CSK. He has sort of said that it was a sort of a. He also realized that he needs to move on. I think problem क्या है IPL का Chandresh. There are a lot of these players who are on the wrong side of 30s and whose
Don't
skills
know when
have
to
weighed.
stop.
Sorry.
Don't know when to stop.
हाँ डोंट नो व्हेन टू स्टॉप धोनी इज अ क्लासिक एग्जांपल वो तो खैर धोनी के समय जितना सुन रहा हूँ सीएसके wants him to go on and on but a lot of these other players especially with the impact player rule आके it's become even more easier you can just bat and rest in the dressing room so it gives you the temptation कि नहीं खेलते रहना है अभी एक भुवनेश्वर कुमार who's not going to play for India again क्या उसके लिए मोटिवेशन है to continue or several other players who are there Nishant Sharma so many players are there who we know they're not. I mean, in 15 years earlier they would have announced their retirement, but अब वो नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि there's always that temptation एक और IPL खेलूं एक और IPL खेल लूं so I guess ये don't know when to stop IPL में बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है and despite the league being so competitive we have got so many Indian superstars who are just not willing to like we don't know there will be a day when Rohit will should be but then if Rohit sees a Dhoni is still playing at 44 he'll want to play another 4-5 IPLs तो ये थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ गया लीग के साथ इट्स बिकम अ बिट लाइक कांगा लीग इन मुंबई वेयर प्लेयर्स वुड प्ले टिल देयर for 55 60 so on and so forth.
What is that story of that famous former player who played only 7 Test matches, or what was his name?
Madhav
He
Apte.
played Madhav
Madhav
Apte. He played till late in his career in the Kanga League. Remember a lot of features in various newspapers.
Sharad Hazare also used to keep wickets. He was your Mumbai wicket keeping grade. He used to keep wickets in Kanga League, I believe, in his well into his 60s. So like that. In fact, अभी तो चंदू बोर्डे का एक फुटेज चल रहा है. उन्होंने कपिल देव के 3-4 बॉलें खेली हैं while inaugurating some new stadium in Pune, and he looks really stylish. I think even he can have a go. He can appear for trials. In his peak, 100% he would have found a good IPL team. He would have been sold for a good price. He was a very valuable cricketer.
Okay, now it's time for some questions from our subscribers. Just a request to Manikpreet Singh, Gaurav Jain, 7. Please don't keep bombarding your comments. All your comments are being seen. Manikpreet Singh has posted some 15 comments, same comment 15 times. By thoda dhyan se, it becomes very difficult to track the comments afterwards. Okay, here we go. Question number 1 to Didi. Greg Chappell era says, "Didi sir, why CSK management signed an injured Spencer Johnson over Oatmeal Bartman? And secondly, Rutu has captaincy problem in middle over rotating spinner from last season."
Yes, this Spencer Johnson, I don't know what they see in Spencer Johnson. Probably they think Spencer Johnson as a future investment, but whatever little I have seen of Spencer Johnson, he hasn't looked a great bowler to me, at least on Indian conditions. Last year, he was bought by KKR and he looked pretty ordinary. And the little that I have seen him here and there, he doesn't look anything great. Maybe CSK see something incredible potential in him. That's why they have picked him to play from 22nd April and uh, maybe like to be retained for future. That could be the only logic. Beyond that, I don't see any logic about taking a pace bowler who is not available till April 22nd. By the time their campaign may well be over for all practical purposes. So that is one part of it. And secondly, Rutu have captaincy problem in middle overs. Yeah, yeah. Rutu has a captaincy problem in middle overs. He doesn't. Uh, I think his handling of spinners is pretty poor. Like he has not enough confidence. That is my biggest problem in India. Finger spinners have a role to play. You will have to learn to use finger spinners judiciously. He doesn't know how. He has no confidence in finger spinners. He was when he was the captain, he was not giving Jadeja enough bowling. He had problems with Ashwin. Now he has bought a guy for 14.2 crores. He's not giving him bowling. I'm sure the batting that we have seen of Prashant Veer, that batting does not exactly merit 14.2 crore. I'm sure he was taken because of his all-round skills. He's not being given a ball. So I think his biggest problem is that he lacks confidence in finger spinners, which is not a great thing if you are a captaining an Indian side on Indian tracks.
Okay. Okay, here we go. One more question, this time for Nitin. Nitin, Manikpreet Singh says, Nitin sir, what is the reason behind Afghanistan spin attack quality going down? There was a time when Rashid, Noor, Mujib were world class spinners, but अब उनका डर खत्म हो गया. I'll add Allah Gazanfar also to this. What do you think is happening?
Uh, Maybe overexposure, Chandresh, because all these guys play multiple leagues across the world. I think Afghanistan players are the only players who are playing 4, 5. They also play the 100. They also play the Vitality Blast. They also play
CPL,
Vitality Blast. Am I right? The
yeah,
England
CPL,
T20 format. Yeah,
yeah,
CPL.
yeah.
Then they play the IL T20. They play the SA T20. I think somewhere down the line you need a bit of a cooling off period. I mean, I know it's a very tempting offer to go hopping around leagues but your body needs rest. I think Rashid's shoulder, I think, is not the same as it was before. You don't and you need a little bit of time off to work on your skills also. And I mean, just like game time is important, non-game time also is important. Where you're working without anyone watching you, without just maybe having your personal coach and person who's filming your bowling action, and an analyst maybe drawing up the heat maps of where your balls are landing, in what areas are you bowling too many slot balls, which are you bowling too much across the leg stump or wide outside the off stump. Maybe that period of you as tennis players also have an off season from November to January before before their
Australia.
tennis season, Australian Open starts again. They use that as their training and strengthening block, where they work on their body and they have a 10-day off period, but then they use that period to work on certain skills and to strengthen their body.
So,
Um,
Nitin, I have a question, follow-up question on this. Do you
yeah.
think it will help if the amount of bilateral white ball cricket ends or
But
reduces? Then they'll have no time.
how much bilateral cricket do Afghanistan play? I don't think they play too much bilateral cricket. Uh, I think they play 1/10 of what India plays bilateral cricket. I think they play 1/10 of what Australia plays. It's just that these players are constantly playing 20 over or or some of them might be even going and playing the T10 in Abu Dhabi. So, when you're constantly playing shorter formats, then that tendency of trying too many varieties, I think somewhere down the line it affects your bowling skills. I think somewhere down the line, bowling also is about consistency, repeatability of your action, pitching the ball at a proper place, and that happens only when you're playing slightly longer form of cricket, and that's when you really are able to work on your skills. I don't know how much county cricket these guys play. I don't think they play any county cricket. It's just the money spinning leagues, and eventually I think for a spinner, you need to play slightly longer format cricket to really work on your skills and develop your action.
Okay, Gigi, couple of questions for you on your comments about Bhuvi. Manik Preet Singh says, Gigi sir, don't compare Bhuvi with Ishant or Dhoni. At least Bhuvi is performing and winning matches for RCB. Cristiano Ronaldo says, Bhuvi to legend on field B, off the field B. He doesn't get the same recognition as Bumrah or someone else.
आई थिंक बुमराह और पहली बात तो बुमराह और भुवी में बहुत बड़ा फर्क है. लेट्स नॉट मेक भुवी बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट इज डन इन द आईपीएल इन द लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स इनटू अ बुमराह. बहुत जबरदस्त फर्क है. लेट्स नॉट दिस थिंग keep Bhuvi where. I mean, Bhuvi was a great swing bowler when he played for India. He's evolved into a terrific T20 bowler without doubt. But he is not a he and Bumrah can't be named in the same breath. So like that. I mean, he's done well, no doubt, without doubt. But what I was saying is that for a Bhuvi also, there's motivation to keep himself fit and to keep bouncing back. A Bhuvi 15 years back, a swing bowler who was sort of his skills in the longer format are going down, would have perhaps called it a day. But now there is a motivation factor that IPL hai, so let me just get fit for that, and those 2 months if I bowl well, then I'll be relevant and I'll earn my bread and butter and a bit more than that. So I guess this is what has happened with the modern veteran player. That retirement decision has got pushed ahead. That's what I was trying to say. With whether it's with Ishant or I don't know, Umesh has gone unsold I think this time. But even maybe शायद उनके लिए भी वही motivation है that if he is bowling well, he gets another season at some franchisee. So I think that was the whole point that I was making.
Okay.
Rahane went unsold in 2 rounds. He got picked up in an accelerated
Yeah,
round.
exactly. Rahane is a classic example. Absolutely. At the state level, he's facing a big question mark over his future. But in IPL, he's doing well for him. I mean, he's captain KKR, scoring in first match he batted as if it looked like he's playing in his second, third season. He batted that well. थोड़ा सा last में slow हो गए, but initially at least he was batting beautifully. So that will always keep Rahane interested.
And despite not playing any cricket for 3 months.
Exactly, for 3-4 months. So that motivation is zabardast. It's just tremendous to go on and play another IPL, another this thing. That is what makes them play for the state also a bit longer than they should. And but at the state level, I guess the sort of situation is much more this thing. So that's why I mean state selectors they generally have a word with the player and they tell him, boss, enough is enough and we need to move on, or you either switch your state or something. But at the IPL level, if you're fit and you give to a couple of good months of cricket, I guess that is what matters.
Okay. Dwapan, there are a couple of questions about KKR and their decision making last night. IFT fan says, does Rahane have some photographs of SRK or Venki Mama? How can a captain win the toss in that condition and choose to bat? As a KKR fan, I'm really worried. Wanted match to happen with 5 overs, so KKR management gets exposed. Also, Cristiano Ronaldo says, what is KKR management thinking? Winning the toss, batting first. The pitch is dry. Play one spinner. Because Rahane said at the toss that the pitch is dry, and he's playing one spinner in the 11, and there is nobody in the impact sub list also who's a spinner. What was going on there?
Probably they knew that the rain was right around the corner. Beyond that, I cannot explain that kind of like the pitch situation. I don't know. I haven't followed that like how the pitch was and all that. But the decision to win the toss and bat. I said that yesterday also. The decision to win the toss and bat first on a rainy evening in Kolkata is like it's suicide. It's recipe for suicide. Like that shows that how uh, how messed up the KKR thought process is at the moment. They have nowhere to go this season. Like their entire bowling department has fallen apart. Like Harshit Rana injured, Mustafizur they had to let go. Then your Varun Chakravarti not working. So the
Papirana.
Pathirana hasn't a 17 crore player hasn't turned up. So that the team was built with an idea, then entire idea has fallen apart. So they have nowhere
Do you
to go
think
basically.
do you
Yeah,
think if they had been promised exclusive access to first look at King, they would have probably turned up all these people?
first look at
King, Shah Rukh's next movie, they would have all turned up.
oh they are
Your laughter says a lot, my friend. Your laughter says a lot.
It's so
no, but
funny
this
that the two teams with the highest purse at the auction, have
no,
been
the,
had
they
have
just
had
no, the
under this
KKR
decision making.
see this the stupidest idea. I'll just tell you, like this Pathirana buy, like CSK had was a future prospect for CSK. Pathirana was a future prospect, so they were looking at a 10-year idea with Pathirana. Why did they let him go? Because his body was unable to take it, and the remodeled action which was not working. That was the reason why CSK let him go, a bowler like that who had played such a significant role in 2023 and bowled well in patches in 2024, but they could see that the Pathirana idea was not working. So that is why they let him go. That bowler, KKR is taking him for 17 crore. Like at least I'm sure they do homework. Like it cannot be possible that without data, without homework, they make their teams. But if this is the quality of your homework, then the people who are doing the homework should be sacked.
Nitin, now this other player that everybody's talking about is Green.
Yeah.
Now they have like broken the bank to buy Green, and you know that he's injury prone. These are sort of things that like Didi said, these are sort of the things that your cricket people need to be aware of. There is enough
Yeah,
and
I mean,
more connection now after 18 years. You could have been excused in 2008 for not knowing what is happening, but in
yeah, yeah.
2026 you can't give that excuse.
No, you can't. I mean that's what, as Vaipan said, the people making those kind of decisions, that they have to be questioned. Firstly, by letting go of your three match winners who played such a big role in 2024. They got rid of Salt, they got rid of Mitchell Stark, and they got rid of Shreyas Iyer. Your three
Nitin,
people.
I'll just stop you
Yeah,
for 1 second.
yeah,
KKR is the only team who have let go of like two India, Surya Kumar Yadav in 2018, Shubman Gill
yeah,
in 2021, and
yeah,
now the future Indian captain Shreyas
yeah,
Iyer in 2024. Three
yeah,
Indian captains they have let go of.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
yeah,
Anyway, carry on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
one
They.
KKR
I
fan
mean,
yesterday was ranting to me yesterday.
yeah. I mean the investment on Green, when you knew firstly that that him registering in the auction as a batter and then clarifying the next day that it was a clerical error, that itself should have been a red flag for you. You know that, boss, there is something fishy over here. A cricketer is registering himself as a batter and then clarifying the next day, no, 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 I'm going to be, and we all keep talking about workloads, Chandresh. Even in Indian cricket, we're talking about workloads. How will you how will you load up then if you don't bowl? How will that workload be enough for you to come and bowl competitively in a game? You have to bowl somewhere, right? And here he has not been bowling at all. I mean, he's been bowling in the nets during warm-ups, but then that really is of no use. I mean, if you're not bowling competitively, I do not know whether he bowled competitively during the practice games, whether the CA has permitted for that to happen or no, I do not know. Aaron Finch, in fact, yesterday made a good point that uh, you know the way he looks so confused in this setup. When he was playing for Mumbai Indians, he was given a role that you're going to bat in the top of the at the top of the order. He scored a great 100, in fact, against KKR at the Wankhede in the last game, which Mumbai had to win. Um and Finch said that he looks completely confused in this setup, and there seems to have been a little bit of panic that has set in, and that is that is so depressing to hear about a young cricketer. Apart from Green, also, I think their choice to replace Harshit Rana with Navdeep Saini. I mean, disclaimer here that I was a big Navdeep Saini fan, and I think Indian cricket really wanted that Saini bit to work because they were looking at him as that Ishant Sharma replacement. Sadly, it did not happen. But to replace a Harshit Rana with Navdeep Saini, who hasn't really been playing, clearly somebody is making some terrible decisions in that setup, and I think that guy needs to be pulled up. Uh, even the call to not let maybe Sunil Narine open, the call to separate two informed New Zealand openers in Seifert and Allen and Rahane jumping in as an opener. These are really not decisions that a three-time champion team should be making.
Okay. Now there are a few questions, Gigi, about Shubman Gill. What is Gill's neck injury update? Is he going to be out of IPL for a week? Is it true? And then there is also a question about uh, Gill gets injured too often for a batsman, should work on his fitness. What is happening with his neck? Because he got injured during the South Africa Test series also.
नहीं बट अभी तो बैक स्पैज्म था ना अभी तो बैक स्पैज्म था बट इट वाज ओनली फॉर दिस मैच आई थिंक आई वाज टोल्ड एंड आई हैव डन अ स्टोरी that he should be fit for the next match. That was I was told very clearly by the GT management that he should be fit for tomorrow's game. There's no problem. I don't know. Sai Sudarshan has just addressed a press conference in Delhi, pre-match press conference. So Sai would have been asked this question and he would have given an update to the media. We have to wait. When the actual what he said we learn. But I guess Gill is in fine territory. See, Abhi Chandesh, all these players they're not going to they've realized they have to take care of their bodies. They can't play 14-15 matches straight away. I think Hardik ka bhi yahi thoda sa under the weather tha, so he missed one game. I mean, I think as the league goes further, I think you'll see more Indian players taking breaks also. Especially those who have, I mean, Gill to kya nahi खेले T20 World Cup, but even those who have played in a grueling T20 World Cup, and then suddenly, because I was speaking to a couple of players, just before the IPL, and they were telling me that it's not easy to suddenly jump in from there to here. So that's why MI gave that extended break to their World Cup stars. Because you have to turn up 100% when you're there. So I guess thoda sa beech mein you will find the odd day when that player will not turn up, but that doesn't mean that player is out for weeks or something. Like Hardik is going to play if at all the match happens. I think the weather in Guwahati is bad, but if the match happens, then Hardik, we will see Hardik playing. So like that, and Gill I think is completely on track to play tomorrow, unless I mean he didn't train yesterday, I was told, but then he's on track to play. And I guess with back it's like jitna rest do utna it will get better, and like that. And regarding his fitness, I think his fitness is fine. It's just that what happened last year was extremely freak. Completely weird that somebody suffers a neck injury which forces him to miss test matches. But maybe let's hope that for his sake. I guess in this case, what happened also was that the turnaround time was very less. He played in Australia, which you should have never played those T20s. He should firstly have never been pitchforked into the T20 team. He should have been kept fresh for tests, asked to stay back here, play in the Ranji Trophy, or practice for the test series against South Africa at home. Or it's a call that he should have himself taken. But then वो तो हमारे यहाँ होता नहीं है. Player इतना समझदार नहीं होता है. But maybe those around him should
Maybe
have
you
shown
should have asked Daman Irani about it.
Boman
If you
Irani.
know, you know. Ah.
अच्छा.
Nitin is smiling. Okay. Okay. Manikpreet Singh has a question. डीडी सर सीएसके ऑक्शन में टाइम पास करने गई थी. राजस्थान बिश्नोई को ले रही थी, आरसीबी डफी को, और सीएसके लॉर्ड राहुल चहर लेने में बिजी थी. First of all, I think it's a bit disrespectful to refer to players Lord Rahul, Lord Thakur. whatever
The
be the case, they are
point,
all players who played for India and they
yeah,
deserve the
yeah,
respect at least.
true. I completely agree. CSK's problem, I think, is that like when they first made the team, they were very smart in their team building initially, which they gave them that initial success. And even in 2018, when they came back, they built a team with oldies, which was everyone dissed it, but they went on to kind of rule that 6 year phase. They won it thrice in those 5 years. They won it thrice. So there has been an element of cockiness that had come into the management, who believe that they are a little too smart for everybody's interest. Like they know everything, so that cockiness sometimes comes back to bite you. Like you can see a player who is good and you do not take him, saying that okay, fine, no, he's an under 19 player, he can't be good, we have better ideas.
Your
So
dog
these
agrees with you.
better, huh? Yeah, yeah,
I said your dog
the
agrees
dog
with you.
yeah. So that is the thing. So too, they became a little too cocky for everybody's purpose. I think, like even last year, the kind of team that they built, from there this sudden shift, and who are the 28 point for 28.4 crores you are taking two players who is really untested. Re- Like even if they do moderately well, a year later they will have to go back to the auctions unless they are unbelievable. So I don't know. Like there is a they need to completely overhaul their thought process. They now have a batting core in place. Thankfully, they have a 5-6 member batting core in place. They should hold on to that. Somehow tide through these difficult times still in this cycle, and in the next cycle they go all out for some quality bowlers. That is the only way they can probably turn it around.
I know it is a difficult question for you to answer because you're very close to him. But should Stephen Fleming and the entire coaching staff be replaced? I know he provides copy after copy after copy after every match. So it is a very personal call for you. But so what do you think? Should he go? Yes or no?
Probably, like it's been so long. Like I think there comes a sell by date after for any idea, any coaching team, any coaching management. Like that is how it works. Probably, yeah, 16, 17 years he has been part of the system. They have got used to it. So I think it's better that they have. But then you never know. Suddenly they become champions next year, and then he's again there for the next cycle. So
See,
you never
ये
know.
दिल दिल
Yes,
की बात ज़बां पे आ ही गई। दिल की बात ज़बां पे आ ही गई। अच्छा
हो भी सकता है ना, कुछ भी 2020 में कुछ भी हो सकता है.
okay, I will not ask this question to DD. I'll ask this question to Nitin first. Nitin, DD sir's hot pick, Mayank Markanday is going to be player to watch out for today's match. What's your opinion? What's your opinion?
No,
Each
no,
time
but
Mayank
firstly,
Markanday comes on to ball, Arani Basu sends me a message saying, please ask DD tomorrow about this. Please ask DD about it. So, Nitin?
yeah, I mean, the firstly the game has to happen for him to bowl, and the conditions have to be dry enough for him to come and bowl. If I think if the conditions remain damp and if there is a truncated game, I think you might see another seamer coming through or an all rounder who can bat. I mean, I do not know. I just feel that you know uh, the way he bowled in 2018, I thought he bowled really well. Afterwards, in fact, he even played one T20 game for India, if I'm not wrong. Mayank Markanday.
Yeah.
I think he played one T20 game. Yeah. After that, once he changed franchises and went to other franchises, his levels just dropped. I do not know why. I mean, although I think there is a fine crop of T20 players coming through from Punjab, but most of them are all batters, apart from Arshdeep Singh. So I hope that Markanday rediscovers that 2018 form and and we see more of him.
Okay, one more question, Nitin. What's your opinion about CSK's management? We answered that. I feel they were picking either young or aging bowlers since 2018. Dhoni's captaincy made them look better and gave them false confidence. Do you think that's the problem? They are too stuck on MSD. Great player, great captain, but
Yeah,
हो गया ना मतलब it's been a while now.
correct.
मतलब they have to move on. Like Gigi said, you need to know to stop. Either way.
Any idea, as Dwaipayan said, a sell by date. Any idea or any thought or any tactic, it comes with an expiry date. Any or for that matter, any coaching regime or captaincy regime also. And I'm not just talking about team sport here, even on individual sport. Rafael Nadal replaced his uncle as a coach, who won 14 slams with him, or rather 17 or whatever number of slams that they won together. And ultimately, he went, and he hired Carlos Moya, who was once he played against him. So and that partnership, worked out brilliantly. Eventually, they combined to win 8 more slams, despite Nadal having so many injuries. But and as that bit proves, you need to keep on upgrading. Your one is your skill set. Even as a coach, you need to be more willing uh, to adapt to newer thoughts, even if it means learning from your opponents. You need to keep on changing, even and course correct. If you think that you've made an error, yes, quickly course correct and jump on to the next thing. So uh, here, I think last year only in one of the press conferences, I think Fleming got very defensive when he was asked about CSK playing an old style format, and then he told that reporter stupid question with very un-Fleming like reaction. But then later on, once they started, going down and losing games one after the other, then I think he quickly realized that yes, maybe the way we have been playing this format is a bit archaic.
Okay, just to update everybody, toss has not happened in Guwahati. It is raining. And so the big, much awaited clash between Suryavanshi and Bumrah has to wait. Okay, Ame the Gooner has a question, Gigi. Is Rahane's Mumbai career done considering he did not play in Ranji knockouts and Vijay Hazare trophy this year?
If the present selection committee stays for the next season, we have to wait and see whether that happens or not. But if the Sanjay Patel selection committee is there in place, then definitely I think his Mumbai career is done. But let's not forget that last two seasons, Mushtaq Ali बहुत अच्छा गया उनका. स्मैट में बहुत runs बनाया अजिंक्य ने, and he has done very well, in the T20 format. So whether you want to let go of and also they struggled under Shardul's captaincy last year, Shardul Thakur's captaincy, and the Mumbai selection committee is of the opinion that Ajinkya, the captain, is no doubt brilliant. Absolutely, one of the best captains that India have had. And Mumbai also. He led Mumbai to the Ranji Trophy title in 23-24. So, थोड़ा वो skill set है उनका. But then, having said that, I think red ball looks very difficult this time. Maybe only Mushtaq Ali, and then that's it. See, he himself also opted out. Both of Mushtaq Ali and from Vijay Hazare, and the second phase of Mushtaq Ali, Vijay Hazare, in fact, last two seasons he has not been playing. And also Ranji Trophy second half he opted out himself. So I think this is it when it comes to the other two formats. When it comes to T20s, we have to see. Also it is critical for him to play in the T20 Mumbai League. Last time he didn't play. Apparently, there were murmurs that he didn't play because he didn't get as much match fee as Rohit Sharma and say Surya Kumar Yadav got. But then that's all speculation. At the end of the day, he didn't play, and MCA wasn't too happy about it because they wanted all the top players, India players, to those who have played for India or those who are currently playing to feature in the league. And this time they're sorry.
If he's released by KKR, there is no guarantee that they're going to pick him next year or anyone else is going to pick him next year.
100%,
So then,
100%.
so then is there any future at all then?
I can't understand. Matlab, instead of that's why being in this combative mood and telling people that they have agenda against him and this and that, retirement announce करके खत्म करो यार. You've had a glorious career, great career. You have done well, and perhaps could have played more overseas tests. But Virat and Shastri did not have confidence in him after one point. But then हो गया यार. वो सब बातें पुरानी हो गई अब. We've all, I mean, सबके all great careers come to an end. You can't go on and on. I mean, 2007-8 was when he made his debut. That Karachi match, I think he made his debut.
Yeah.
That
Qaide Azam.
What's that?
Qaide
Huh?
Azam, this thing.
No, no, not
No, no,
Qaeda
Qaide
Azam.
Sorry,
Azam.
no.
Mohammad
Yeah.
Nisar
Mohammad
Trophy.
Nisar Trophy.
Mohammad Nisar Trophy.
Mohammad.
Yeah.
2007, yeah, we are sitting in 26. Come on, boss. हो गया बहुत अभी.
Mumbai
If he has a
versus.
problem at the toss itself, we can stop Ravi Shastri and say, first, you didn't play me there, you didn't play me here, you have an agenda against me, now do the toss. वैसा कर सकते हैं है कि नहीं?
And you also claim credit for the victory in Australia, the wins in
हाँ,
Australia. वही बोलना
शास्त्री
चाहिए.
claim. हाँ,
Because I think अब और कौन claim करेगा? शास्त्री claim कर रहे थे ना. शास्त्री was going to town after the Australia tour.
and Shastri gave the credit to Virat.
हाँ, शास्त्री
मतलब
तो वो तो खैर थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया because Virat did return to back to after the first test, and nobody can take that the way he led Ajinkya led in that series, and the way he scored that 100, that tigerish that gallant 100 at MCG and won us that test match. वो series में जो अजिंक्य ने किया या generally captain in terms of captaincy and batting in MCG, nobody can forget. But वही है, he could not consistently perform in test cricket, so he has to blame himself firstly and not anybody else. On turning tracks, he was a disaster at one point. So जो harsh reality है, that cannot be taken away.
Okay, one quick question. Manikpreet Singh, Gigi, who's going to be number 3 against Afghanistan? I'll go around the table. First you, name. Number 3 in the
Hopefully,
test match.
hopefully Devdutt Padikkal, I think. Not Sai Sudarshan. It should be Devdutt Padikkal, I think. And Dinesh Karthik ne bhi abhi bola that he's too good to not be playing in the Indian team. I am not sure whether T20, that India's T20 team has a spot right now, vacant spot, or the ODI team. Both are completely packed. You have a world champion team. It would be unfair to drop a single player from in the top order batting, this thing from that team. I think Devdutt Padikkal is the strongest candidate to replace Sai Sudarshan right now.
Nitin, your pick.
Devdutt Padikkal.
DD, your pick.
There's no, like, they will play Devdutt Padikkal.
Not Ruturaj Gaikwad.
Ruturaj Gaikwad may come into the squad if he has a 500-run IPL. Sai Sudarshan will definitely get dropped.
What about people like Yash
so-
Rathod and all these people who are scoring runs in domestic cricket? Will you consider them? Not consider them?
Probably Ruturaj Gaikwad also has scored a lot of runs in domestic cricket. They see him as a prospect. There is some quality in him, but he has to have some generally the test series right after IPL has a lot to do with how the performances went in IPL. So though it should not be the case, but it is the case.
But Padikkal has
Sai
performed well in
Sudarshan-
domestic cricket as well. Dada. Padikkal has performed well in domestic cricket as well.
he has performed well in domestic cricket, and he is their next number 3. They have been preparing him. Even he bowls a lot in the nets. I have seen him. He bowls a lot in the nets. So वो करता है. He's making an effort, and I'm sure he will be the next number 3.
Okay. Just looking at the stats of Ruturaj Gaikwad, he played 5 games in the season, 410 runs, average of 82, 100, 350s. It's for Maharashtra.
Not
He didn't
bad.
play the full season. So
Maybe
yeah. Okay. Final comment of the day, and this comes. I thought that this is a good comment to end the show on today. Okay. Ame the Gooner says Ruturaj also does not play regularly in top 3 anymore for Maharashtra. Okay. Priyanshu says final comment of the day. Even God is saying, don't just keep on giving matches to Guwahati. If you know, you know. Hashtag. See, our man Gigi is already keeping his finger on his lips, and Didi is not reacting also. He already praised the venue
I think
twice.
Nitin is the only one who can.
Just,
See
just,
the
just to
cat,
put it on record, Didi has already praised the venue twice on the show. Called it a great venue. Either he liked the lunch or the tea.
But the reporters don't
The
have good things, too many good things to say about Guwahati.
Rajasthan Royals' captain has been decided on the basis of the venue that they are playing in now. It is this strong Guwahati connection. So you cannot take Rajasthan Royals away from Guwahati. Even if they lose four matches or there are four washouts, there will be matches in Guwahati. At least when
And
it comes to Rajasthan Royals.
look at the games, Chandresh. I mean, look at the games that they've won.
Yeah,
CSK, MI, and RCB.
yeah.
So there you go.
Enough said. Mic drop,
Yeah,
as they
mic
say.
drop.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, thanks a lot, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on all our videos. Press the hype button. Use the super chat to ask questions so that TD and GG can tell you more about getting tickets for the IPL. If you ask questions using super chats, DD and GG will tell you about the tickets. Else, they will not tell you. And please use the super chat and please keep supporting the channel. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Thanks a lot
Thank
to
you.
the backend team. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and God bless.